it that inspired you to do this drawing, this painting?
Well, the backstory of this particular work is that in 1989, my grandfather came from Chicago because his wife died. And so what happened was that we had to take care of him, and he had Alzheimer's disease. And so in '89, in the summer of '89, in June, he walked into the desert and we never found him again. So that was '89, so 7 years later, we found his remains finally. A rancher out in East El Paso found his remains. So at that time, I started to study art. I came from the military. I got back from the military, and I was going to school in EPCC. And so I started to paint. And this is a portrait I made of my father, and it has to do with that particular story. So it's something related to that.
What made you to be interested in art?
Well, I've always been an illustrator. I've always loved to draw. I started off tracing things like cartoons and things like that. But as I grew older, I've wanted to tell stories. And so I've become a comic book illustrator because I can do everything I want all in one genre.
All right. Have you ever drawn anime storyboards before?
You know, I've never drawn anime storyboards, but I actually got my degree in animation, and I intend to do hopefully some anime soon, hopefully actually some El Paso-based anime. So that should be something to look forward to.
This especially interesting piece, what has inspired you to make it?
I kind of went based off Rufino Tamayo's work because he uses kind of like really, I would say like weird texture in his work. So like I thought it'd be cool to use like sand and, you know, try to incorporate, I guess, his style.
This painting, I guess the current political situation in the United States inspired me to do it.
And how long did it take you to do this piece?
It took me about a week to do it.
About a week.
Yes.
Since when did you become a fan of art?
I started drawing or just like using colors before I even learned how to write. Really, I don't remember exactly how it started because I was really young, but you know, my mom, I'm an only child, so my mom keeps everything that I do, you know, so she has like pictures from when I was like 3 years old, just working with like, just, you know, crayons, just using like certain colors, and she noticed that like I was using pretty interesting color combinations, and ever since I can remember, I was drawing like, you know, just real simple drawings. It wasn't anything like this or anything, but you know, that's how I became better. It was practice. I've always had a passion for art. I've been doing it ever since I was a little kid, since before I can remember, so I can't tell you exactly when I started because I don't really remember.
What made you be interested in graphic designing?
My grandfather has been into comic books since he was little, and he got me into comic books, so that was kind of where I wanted to go with graphic design.
I created a mobile art piece by converting an old school bus into an art installation and mural gallery.
Fascinating. How long did it take?
It took me about 7 months of actually working on it. The design took me about 20 days, and to conceptualize the whole idea, it took me 3 years of saving money, acquiring grants, and preparing the mock-ups and sketches.
And what gave you the idea to want to convert a bus into a mobile art studio? What came to mind when you were thinking about doing this?
I was working on a series of mobile environments in my arts as I was working with art installations. After experimenting with a couple of tents and different structures, I saw that I wasn't working, so I decided to purchase a bus and create this art piece. For now, I want to take it throughout the city of El Paso, visit different areas that have no access to art, and also to the small towns in the surrounding region, up to Las Cruces. Later on, I would like to take it from state to state and take it out on tour.
We put the show together, but it took a lot of people to actually do the work. So What I like about it is getting to know the artists, getting to work with students, and it's a big endeavor, 3 months in the making.